Yeah, what's going on, everybody? This is strange, this is real strange. Because I work during this time. This is not the regular time, but I thought this would be pretty nice just to see what kind of audience can be provided with this particular time. So, everybody, welcome to the Big Time Show podcast that is being seen and heard on Podbean, being seen on Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube. Presently, right now at this moment, I don't know who's with me right now, but I'm going to check it out in just a second. Right now, I'm sharing, if you don't mind. I know some of you may be at work. Fortunately for me, because of my job, I am off until January. Thank God for the break. So I'm going to take advantage of this time that I have now at a different time for these next few weeks, just to see what would happen. Maybe touch some people that never get the chance to watch me live. I'm here with you guys now. I'm sharing. I hope that you guys that usually share with me, if you are here, and I'll peep it out in just a second. I hope that you would share the podcast on today. I will not be with you guys alone, as many of you are Christmas shopping. It's almost Christmas. It just, for some reason, it just don't feel like Christmas. I'm celebrating, but man, it's warm. It's just looking too warm. At least here in Memphis, Tennessee, the weather is almost spring-like. Even though, if you want to call, I think it's almost 50 degrees outside. That is not what Memphis weather usually is here for Christmas. So it's definitely strange. Let me see what's going on. Michael Rogers here. Craig Burton here. Joe, what's going on? I see you guys are here. Let me see who else is here. Appreciate you, Joe, for sharing. What's going on? Greg, what's up, man? Gregory Davis, Cowboy family, what's up, man? Glad to have you here in the house. I'm sharing again to a few groups that I think would be interested. Forgive me for not looking up at you, but I'm about ready to get started in a minute. All right, that's enough. Let me say this. Let's start it off this way. How about them Cowboys? Huh? How about them Cowboys? How about them Cowboys? I'm quite sure things may change, but as of right now, as we speak, I don't care how y'all look at it. Cowboys are the second best team according to what the stats say. We are the second best team in the NFC right now. We are the second seed currently if the playoffs were to begin, which means in my book, we're in pretty good shape. All right. That's for all you haters who are, Craig Burton is here, who's a Giant fan. We just, totally disposed of the Giants the way we were supposed to. But he's here. I appreciate the support for the podcast, Craig. I got some good news for you, Craig. I'm not even going to talk about your Giants today. All right? I'm not even going to talk about your Giants because it ain't worth talking about. Okay? We were expected to beat y'all. We did it. So that's all I'm going to say about y'all. Okay? While y'all are getting ready for the draft, you Giant fans, we're getting ready for the playoffs. Those are facts. That is not speculation. That is not innuendo. That is not an opinion. Those are facts. You're getting ready for the draft. You're about getting ready to fly you guys to the bowl games and do some early season scouting while we're scouting, getting ready to play somebody in the playoffs. That's the difference right there. Okay. I said I won't mess with you, Giant, Craig. But Craig talked trash, knowing his team wasn't gonna win. But so I just rubbed in a little bit more, that is. All right, Craig, that's enough. I'll leave you alone. Okay. I'll leave you alone. All right. The Cowboys are the second seed in the NFC. That means, Cowboy Nation and Cowboy haters, that means that the Cowboys must be doing something right. I know you haters are nitpicking and trying to find all type of stuff and all, Dak ain't doing this, Dak not doing that, Dak not, well, we're 10-4, If we listen to you haters, you think that we only won 3 ball games this year, I'm dying laughing at ESPN and Fox guys, who are dissecting the Cowboys, in particular Dak Prescott, because he's not throwing for 400 yards a game and 3 touchdowns and all that, and want to act like he's like at the bottom of the barrel. It's not the case, okay? The Cowboys are the second seed in the NFC, which means only one team that's better. Only one. As of right now, only one. That is the Green Bay Packers. That's it. After that, you got to come and see the Cowboys. As of right now, that means we done something right. We only lost 4 games this year. We won 10. Good Lord. I don't know what y'all talking about. We're 10. We're 10-4. We're not 4-10. We're 10-4, which means we've been pretty much taking care of business. That's my opinion. Maybe somebody feels differently, but I don't see nothing wrong with 10-4. I would like to be 11-3. I like to be 12-2. I like to be 13-1. I like to be 14-0. I take that, but 10-4, especially for Cowboy fans who are steadily talking and got a little tinge of negativity. We won 10 ball games. When the last time we done that? I'm just saying. I know we wanted to be this and that, but 10 wins usually is a guarantee that you're probably going to make the playoffs. That's the way the NFL has been for years and years. If win 10 games, usually you're minimum at least a wild card team. Minimum. So I don't know what all the fuss is about. I mean, we got a three to four, that really is a 4-game lead once you start talking about head to head. We got a three, on record 3-game lead in the division. I mean, when is the last time the Dallas Cowboys have had this big of a cushion as far as the division goes? When is the last time that happened? I mean, we're about to be division champions. We got a chance tonight with the Eagles and Washington playing tonight. Depending on who loses, we have a chance to be division champions tonight. We don't have to wait until beating Washington on Sunday. We got a chance tonight to go ahead and wrap this thing up. So whoever it is supposed to lose, I believe if Washington loses, it's over with. So for the first time, ever, I can't remember, I'm actually pulling for the Philadelphia Eagles to win tonight. I want it over with. I want the division over with. I want it over. I want it over tonight. I will handle our business against Washington, but any chance that we can get to go ahead and shut this thing down, let's go ahead and get rid of it now. That's just the way I feel about it. Hey, Tron Cat, what's up? I see you. Let's get it over with. Greg, I see you. Greg said 2 guaranteed the Cowboys at least 2 home playoff games. If we can hold on to it, it would be nice. It would be nice. It would be nice. And then on another note, because I can start looking at the playoffs now. I want us to be on the opposite side of Green Bay. In other words, if they're the number 1 seed, which I think they will be, I don't think Green Bay is going to lose another game. They're playing their division. I don't think nobody in their division has a chance really to beat them. Minnesota might, just a little chance, just because they can score. But Detroit is playing hard. I give Detroit credit. They're playing pretty hard. They lost a lot of close ball games, but I just don't think Green Bay will lose to them. The Bears, they've already beaten the Bears. It's the Bears, the Vikings, and somebody else I'm missing in the North. The Bears, the Vikings. Who am I missing, y'all? Whoever it is. It's not my job to keep up with the NFC North. Greg says he wants the Cowboys to thump Washington Sunday night. Oh, ain't no doubt about that. It's a rivalry game. We owe them. They beat us twice last year. They talked a lot of trash. They talked a lot of trash to us. The game when we beat them just a couple weeks ago. So we still owe them another butt whooping. Plus, they really think they could have beat us because they came back in the last 5-6 minutes when we totally dominated that game. So the way I look at it is we need to act like we're really 4-10. Act like we starving. And when it comes to this defense, I don't think we're gonna have that issue of motivation. They just want to dominate the whole entire league right now. Hey, Lamont Terry, never met you before, but welcome to the podcast. He says, "What's wrong with Dak?" It's a combination of things, Lamont. It's a combination of things. Number one, the defenses are playing the way that they play Kansas City. If you notice, everybody was wondering what was wrong with Kansas City at a point in time. What was wrong with Mahomes? There wasn't nothing wrong with him. Mahomes just wanted the home run play. And so what they did is put the 2-shell high safety over the top, so nothing can get behind them. So in other words, the way that you would beat them is throw underneath. And Mahomes stopped trying to really go crazy and go deep. And what he's done is start taking what the defense gives him, throw it underneath, let the guys play run after the catch. That's what Dak is doing. Unfortunately for us, though, we don't have a Hardman or Tyreek Hill or dominant tight end like Kelsey. Guys that can flat out run after the catch. We got guys, but we're not completing the balls right now. We're not really getting the kind of separation that we kind of need. Lamb is capable of that, but of course he's driving balls. So another thing, Lamont, play calling. And I'll get into that in just a little bit later. But Kellen Moore is horrible, if you ask me. I'll get into that a little bit later on. Greg said the Packers play the Browns Saturday. That ain't gonna be good enough, Greg. Not in my opinion. I just saw Myles Garrett yesterday. Looked like he has problem with his groin area. He wasn't the same yesterday when he hurt himself. He probably shouldn't went back out there. So be looking for that. That's their best defensive player. Baker. We figured that Baker would be back. I don't know. I'm not putting my hopes in the Cleveland Browns to beat the Green Bay Packers. That's all. Now I know anything can happen, and you hope it happens, but I doubt it. Lamont, Dak is okay. I don't know what everybody's talking about. Dak had a solid game on Sunday. He had a solid game on Sunday. The problem with Cowboy fans is because of what he got paid. There's an expectation that came along with that, and everybody forgot Dak Prescott is who Dak Prescott is, not Aaron Rodgers. He is not Tom Brady. He is not Pat Mahomes. These guys, if they throw for under 300 yards, everybody thinks something wrong with them. That's not Dak. Dak had a solid game. Dak had one touchdown, no picks. He had, of course, that fumble that happened, something that he shouldn't have done, but who called that play? It was Kellen Moore that called the play when he should have been running and knocked the time out. He called that play. Always trying to get cute. Dak fumbled the ball, bam. It's like that, but Dak had a solid game, 217 yards. That's what you want, because usually it means we're running the ball efficiently, at least. We did that Sunday. So I think that a lot of people were talking about Dak, at the beginning of the year, saying, look, he's top 5. He's a top 3 quarterback. Well, the expectation when you start talking like that is that you expect this guy to go out every single week and throw for 350 and have 3 touchdowns and throw the ball 45 times a game. That's what we don't want. That is the game that he had on Sunday. You might want him with just a few more yards, but to be honest with you, that's what we really want. As of right now, we don't want Dak throwing for 375 yards. That tells me that we ain't running the ball. We need a complementary offense. Dak is not, he's not Aaron Rodgers. I believe that's wrong, Cowboy fans. We're thinking just because he got Aaron Rodgers type money, we think that he's supposed to be an MVP. Dak Prescott will never be an MVP for this league. He won't have the numbers compared to them other guys. He just won't. But Dak can win. It's just how we roll with it. We don't need Dak to be Mahomes. We don't want that. I don't want it. So I was okay. I don't know what everybody talking about. What's wrong? He needs to be money on third downs. I'll give you that money. I'll give you that. He needs to be money on third down to keep drives going, because the way defense are playing, you're not going to get the big play. You got to have long, extended drives, which is what the defense, that's how they're playing us. So we got to have 12, 10 to 15 play drives. and got to cash in on them. So a lot of that is I'll give you the third down conversions if you want to go that route. I'll give you that. That Dak has something to do with that. But a lot of this stuff is play calling too, man. And Kellen Moore, which I'm about to get into in just a second. I hope you stay with me, Lamont, so I can light into Kellen Moore again. So I don't think there's really nothing wrong with Dak. Dak just had to be patient. Dak just Dak want to go for the throat like we were early in the year. Cowboy fans we got excited when we were scoring 30, 35 points a game and all that. Defenses have adjusted. It's just that simple. Defenses have adjusted. We're not scoring 35. You got to grind it out now. That's what happens when teams kind of figure you out a little bit. They figure you out. That's all that's happened. But we're good enough on talent wise that even though they done kind of slowed us down a little bit, we're still lethal. You still got to stop us. And I still say that nobody can stop us. Only somebody that can stop us is us. That's it. The offense is loaded. Still got guys that can get the job done easily. And that's what we're seeing so far. So sometimes you have to win ugly. If that's what you expect in December. You can't score 35 a game. You can't score 40. You can't do it the whole way. Well, that was good. We had that stretch. I think the Cowboy fans got spoiled by it and thinking that's how it was going to be every week. That's not how it works. So we're good. However, something has changed on this team. Our defense. Our defense is flat out dominant. How about that? We're not suffocating. Y'all understand what I mean by that? We're not 85 Bears, where you can't do absolutely nothing. Okay, we're not talking about that. We hold you for 30 yards rushing for the game and a little bit under 200 yards passing. We're not like that. We're not just nasty, but what we are is incredibly fast. And they really are fast because they know what they're doing. They know what they're supposed to be, and they hurry up and get there. And then what we are, without a doubt, and I think we're the best in the league at this, is that we're opportunistic. If that ball going there, it may get picked off. This defense is hungry for turnovers, and Lord, we are doing it. But the defense have just taken it to another level, simply because of the people who came back. D-Law, Gregory, Armstrong, Norris Armstrong, Donovan Wilson is coming back, I believe, this week. Look, this team is loaded with individual dominant type players that have turned into a team. Michael Parsons is from another world, but he plays team defense. Trayvon Diggs, Mr. Lord have mercy Diggs himself, will be a first team All-Pro this year, along with Michael Parsons. These guys are dominant. And when you got that type of players, okay, when you got these type of guys on your team, it's incredible. The wild cards of guys are guys who we thought would be good, but now they're just adding to it. Have y'all noticed the difference since Neville Gallimore has came back? Have y'all noticed what has happened since Neville came back? Gallimore? I mean, he's in on tackles. He's holding up folks. The run lanes aren't there. Tristan Hill has played well. Mo Hannah is getting better. Osi is another wild card who is much better than what we thought he would be. This team is loaded, man, and it's only going to get better. So the shift has happened. That's what I'm leading to. Where the offense carried us for a while, defense played well too, but now it's a total shift. This defense is going to be responsible for us winning in this late part of the year, barring injury, because this pass rush travels. They go for Aaron Rodgers, they go for Tom Brady, they go for Matthew Stafford, they go for Jimmy Garoppolo if the 49ers make it, whoever. They go for Kirk Cousins. Your quarterback is gonna have problems. This is too fast. It's too fast. There's no offensive line in the world that can block DeMarcus Lawrence, Randy Gregory, and Michael Parsons if all three are coming at the same time. No offensive line. None. And this is what's going to carry us to it. Lamont says Anthony Brown need to go. Says that Mr. Lewis should be the number 2 corner. Overall, Lamont, Brown has played well. Now, don't get me confused. I didn't say he was a Pro Bowl cornerback. I know he's had a few bad games. He has. I think I can name 2 for sure. The Raider game was ridiculous, and the first game with Tampa, he got totally annihilated. But overall, Anthony Brown has played well. He's been solid. Now, fast forward, Lamont, I would agree with you that we already know that when we start the playoffs, Anthony Brown is going to get a lot of attention because teams are not going to go to see Trayvon Diggs. They're not going to see Mr. Lord have mercy Diggs himself. So you can imagine, let's just say, for instance, that they play Green Bay. Let's just say that Mr. Lord have mercy Diggs covers Devontae Adams the whole game. That means that Aaron Rodgers is going to go to see Anthony Brown because they know that he calls a lot of pass interference penalties, and then he gets beat sometimes. So common sense ought to tell you that Anthony Brown is going to get picked on in the playoffs. I hope he gets real nasty these last 4 games. I need his confidence to be sky high. Okay, I need it to be sky high. Joe brings up Joe is from Italy too. That's one of my guys who come hang with me all the time. I always thank you, Joe, for hanging with me. Joe brings up a tremendous point that makes Anthony Brown, our entire secondary, better. And that's the comment that you see there, and I highlighted. He said with D-Law and Gregory back there, will help our secondary with a good pass rush. In other words, what he's saying is that the quarterback has to get rid of the football early. And if you're getting rid of it early, that's an awesome chance for it to get picked off. I don't think, Lamont, I think we need to all understand what's going on with this defense, this pass rush. I've seen front fours win Super Bowls. Tom Brady can tell you about that when he plays the Giants. Matter of fact, he just played, they won last year because of that defense. Rising up Tampa Bay's defense, rising up to the occasion with their front four and linebackers. So, our defense is hot right now, and I don't see them cooling down. They're just learning in these last 2 to 3 weeks how to play with each other. D-Law just got back. Gregory is getting back into his swing. Back into his groove. Parsons has been in the groove all year. So they're learning. They're learning, it ain't nowhere near where it's going to be. Let's see after we finish with Philadelphia, the last game of the year. Let's just see. Can you imagine how good this defense is going to be 3 weeks from now? Huh? Uh, I'm just saying this defense is going to carry us, and offense will catch up eventually. But don't be looking for 40 points. That's not going to happen. We might squeeze in another 30 points somewhere in there, but when we get to these playoffs, that ain't gonna happen. We're gonna have to grind things out, and which leads to Lamont. Lamont, I'm gonna answer your question as you keep talking because you are, I think, a first time visitor. You say, do you think Zeke is gone? He doesn't run the same anymore. Well, let's just use common sense, Lamont. Uh, Jerry Jones said weeks ago that he had a knee bruise that was on the inside of the knee, a deep bone bruise. Well, you know, at the position that he plays, running back position, having a knee bruise, a deep bone bruise in your knee, that's not good. You can't be the same. You get hit on it one time, you through. Uh, Zeke has been playing injured. The only thing that I will say about Zeke is this. In the last 2 weeks, he's looked better. Last week was the first game that I can remember that he ran the ball and didn't start limping and go to the sideline and let Pollard or whoever else was behind him run the ball because he was hurt. And I believe it's because of that knee brace that he's wearing. That has helped out. I played with a knee brace on my knee. It gives you confidence and stability that you have. It hides just a little bit, and we saw a burst from Ezekiel Elliott last week on that touchdown that he had that we haven't seen in a few weeks. He got in that hole. He got in that hole on that 17-yard touchdown. He had a little burst that we ain't seen in a while. So I just think that he's getting better. Does that mean that he's the Zeke of old? Probably not. But we're going to need him to punish defenses running football as we get closer to the playoff time. Miller says we need a new kicker. Amen. Let me put that up there. See, quiet is kept. Greg Zuerlein missing a lot of stuff, man. He missing extra points. He missing field goals. And sooner or later, it's going to bite you. We just played the Giants. He missed 2 extra points. He hit all his field goals, but he missed 2 extra points. You do realize that kind of stuff come back and haunt you. I hope Greg get it together because we're going to need him. And I'll tell you why in just a few minutes. Joe says a good defense will stop a good offense. Just look what happened to Kansas City, the Super Bowl against Tampa Bay defense. They shut down home. They destroyed Patrick Mahomes. Matter of fact, Joe, they destroyed him. So they lit him up. It wasn't even close to what he did. Patrick Mahomes was running for his life. No doubt about that. So we are hopefully our defense can do the same. I think they can. I think they got the ability to disrupt any offense when you got that type of pass rush. My only thing is, Lord, please let them stay healthy. And please don't let COVID hit us. If you've been following me for a while, I told you guys that COVID is going to be the source of a lot of teams' dreams going down the drain. Last night was a prime example. I think that if Baker Mayfield plays last night, I believe Cleveland beat the Raiders. Not saying that Mullins played a bad game, because he did not. I just feel like there were some throws that were there last night that Baker would have hit. But because of COVID, they're out. I also believe that Baltimore would have won last week if Lamar Jackson would have played. It wouldn't have came down to that 2-point conversion. Even though that's not COVID related, but I'm just saying injuries and COVID. are gonna, especially all these teams that are fighting for spots. And we had 47 players yesterday that tested positive for COVID and will not be available this week. Travis Kelce is one that won't be playing for Kansas City this week. We all know what he means to that offense. I'm telling y'all, I'm just hoping that we can survive these next 5 to 6 weeks with injuries and COVID, so that when we play, we got all our bullets in the gun, ready to go work and go ahead and light people up. Now, let me go back to Miller's comment when he said we need a kicker. He said we need a new kicker. We better find somebody that is solid. In Zerline, hopefully he cranks it up. Hopefully Zerline can get it done, because we're gonna need these 3 points and these extra points, because when it comes to our offense, in particular our red zone offense, it usually ends in a field goal. And we all know why that's the case. Kellen Moore. You know, I don't know why fans, I love my brother West Coast, who has been here on it, who has peeped in on my show and commented and stuff, and he supports my show, and I support his. But I don't know why everybody is begging for us to run the ball with an offensive coordinator who never has run the ball. I don't know why the expectation was for Kellen Moore to all of a sudden run the football like we got Derrick Henry or somebody. He's never done it. He's never done it. He never came from that. Need I give y'all the history lesson again so y'all will understand who he is? So then y'all can understand why he does things the way he does. Some of y'all don't know it, so I'll go through it real quick. When he was at Boise State, he lined up a shotgun all the time. We all know that. Running the ball wasn't nothing. Kellen Moore has every passing record at Boise State because that's all he did. So he comes from passing the ball. That's his college days. When he got drafted to Detroit. His offensive coordinator at the time was Scott Linehan. Y'all forgot that, right? What did Scott Linehan do at Detroit with Matthew Stafford and, in particular, Megatron, Calvin Johnson? Can y'all name any running back that they had other than Reggie Bush who didn't run the ball in? All you saw was Matthew Stafford line up in shotgun, throw the football to Calvin Johnson, nonstop. That's all you saw. Did it win games? They won a few games, but they weren't no threat. But I'm saying this was what Calvin Johnson, who didn't play long at all, was a first ballot Hall of Famer because he got the ball more than anybody. Because that's what Scott Linehan did. Kellen Moore was the backup quarterback to Matthew Stafford. Have y'all forgot that? That's all Detroit did. Stafford to Megatron, Stafford to Megatron. You don't even know who the running back was. Fast forward. Kellen Moore gets traded to Dallas. Becomes Tony Romo's backup. Who was the offensive coordinator for the Dallas Cowboys at that particular time? You guessed it. Scott Linehan. That same Scott Linehan that was in Detroit, who passed the ball all the time. What did Tony Romo do, y'all? Come on now, y'all. Primarily, what did he do? We had 1 year where the Cowboys finally decided to run the football. And that was that year when DeMarco Murray ran for 1,800 yards. Almost ran him to the ground, and he ain't been right ever since. That was that on one year. Other than that, what did you see? Tony Romo in the shotgun. Throwing the Dez, throwing the T.O., throwing the Miles Austin, throwing the Jason Witten, throwing the Cole Beasley, throwing the... Yeah, I mean, come on, y'all. Guess who the backup quarterback was with Tony Romo? Kellen Moore. This is all he knows. He's only known one real offense since he's been involved in football, pro football. The offense of Scott Linehan. That's all he knows. He may have made up a few more plays and put it in there, but the philosophy is Scott Linehan. So why are we acting like? Why are we surprised that Ezekiel Elliott has less than 20 carries a game? Y'all look up the stats. Tony Pollard makes the most of his carries, but he ain't getting the ball about 12, 13 times a game. We're not a running football team. Kellen Moore's eyes light up when he see them three receivers that we have and knows the mismatches that they present, and they do present mismatches. There's no question about that. But he is not a running offensive coordinator. He is not. He believes in bubble screens. He believes in screens. He believes in slants. He believes in comeback routes. He believes in every now and then the occasional over the top to go, which usually means Michael Gallup catches there. Come on, y'all. Run a little post. I mean, come on. And you can't argue with it, because when you look at the offense, guess what? His offense is top 3 in the league since he's been a coordinator. The yards are there. But the problem is the red zone. Did you know, ladies and gentlemen, did you know that the Cowboys are the 4th worst team in the red zone this year? That means there are only 3 teams that are worse than we are. How many teams are there in the league? 31, 32? We are 27th in red zone offense. 27th. That's not good. Especially if you're talking about trying to do something incredible in the playoffs. See this, that goes back, Lamont, to your question of asking what's wrong with Dak. Kellen Moore got a lot to do with that. Kellen Moore has a lot to do with that. In the red zone, I've been saying it, I got guys on here who've been with me for a while now. I've been saying it for the last at least 2 years. I don't even count last year because Dak was hurt and all that kind of stuff. But the year before that, same thing. Listen, from the 20-yard line to the red zone 20, Kellen Moore looks great. He eats up yardage, eats it up from the 20 from the opponent's 20 to our 20, or our 20 to the opponent's 20. He's one of the best. Can't deny that. But when you get to the red zone, he act like he don't know how to call plays no more. For instance, let's use the Giant game Sunday. Now, everybody saw that we were running the ball efficiently, driving down, getting big yards, chunk yards. Okay, you get to the end zone, they want to go in the shotgun, first down, second down, third down. What happened to the run game? And I ain't talking about shotgun and then run the dive play. I'm talking about lining up with 2 tight ends like he was doing. Give it to Pollard. Pollard hit the outside, big chunk. Give it to Ezekiel. Ezekiel get it, run for 4-5 yards. Why are we in shotgun every single play when we get inside the 20? Why don't we run the... Y'all saw Connor McGovern playing fullback, leading down to the 20. Why don't you do the same thing in the red zone? They ain't stopping it. Why we got to pass? And part of this is you're trying to make Dak look good. Man, forget Dak. He ain't going to be the MVP. Stop trying to make him the MVP. Stop trying to... No. Run the football like you did prior to getting to the red zone. This is ridiculous. This opponent offense is 24th in red zone offense. There are only 3 other teams. It is horrible. That's got to do with Kellen Moore. Formations, play call. Why are we running bubble screens at the 20-yard line? I mean, if you're trying to run a bubble screen, as kind of like a running play, why don't you just run the football? I mean, help me somehow. Help. Kermit said, why are we lining up Zeke up as wide receiver, not Pollard? Well, part of that is because Pollard's not in the game at the time when we do it. But, they usually do that and run a kind of like 3 wide receivers to that side, throw it to Zeke and get a little smaller running play, out of that little book screen. That's what they tried to do Sunday. I just don't understand it. But I'm going to tell y'all this, Cowboy fans. You better find it real quick, because if you have this 24th in red zone offense coming into the playoffs, field goal is not going to get you to the next level. It's not. Field goals are not going to get you to where you're trying to go. You can't do what Zerline did Sunday. 3 field goals, whatever he did, when you had the ball inside. Oh, you got to score. And certainly, common sense tells you, you're going against, everybody going for the big boys. Let me just say this. When you're going against the Rams, you got to score. Okay? You got to score. Oh, you can say what you want about Stafford all you want. The Rams putting points on the board. Okay? Let me throw this one in. Since we talking about possible opponents, please understand that the 49ers put points on the board. You're going to have to score. The Saints, I believe that's what everybody actually wants, because we see Tyson Hill and we know Kamara's not the same, and they're sitting there. You got to do something. I even go this. If Minnesota slips in the playoff, please understand you got to score. Because when you say what you want about Kirk Cousins, and please understand Justin Jefferson, and by that time, I'm quite sure Thielen would be back. They're scoring points. They may not be stopping nobody, but lighting the scoreboard up is not a problem. You're going to have to score points. I ain't even said nothing about Rodgers and Brady. We all know you're not beating them guys kicking field goals. So this janky, and I said janky, this janky red zone problem that ain't just started, it's been this way for years. It's been this way for ever since Kellen Moore got there. His red zone offense has always been questionable. His play calls have been questionable. I don't care what is going on. All I'm saying is, at least do what you did before you got to the red zone. You do not have to line up in the shotgun on 1st and goal. You do not have to line up in shotgun on 2nd and goal. It's identity football. Quit trying to be cute all the time. That's Kellen Moore. He tried to do that's why Dak fumbled the ball when we supposed to been running the clock out. That's why he rolled out. You trying to be cute. You ain't got time to be cute. It's 4 minutes left in the game. 6 minutes left in the game. We up 21-6. Why are you letting the fumble happen? They get the ball. It was almost the same thing as Washington. They score, you down to a 1-score game. And all you had to do was run the ball. Why are we rolling Dak out? Crazy. It's Kellen Moore. It's Kellen Moore, y'all. I don't have no expectation of Ezekiel Elliott getting the ball 20 plus times a game. I don't. I know if that's the case, I know Pollard is not going to get it. My expectation is run the ball when you're supposed to run the ball. When we get down inside the 20-yard line, You shouldn't be passing nonstop. That's what we do. I heard people talking about why don't Dak run the ball inside the red zone. Well, we all know the answer to that question. They still aren't 100% confident that this man, they don't want him taking too many hits. That's the reason why he's not running crazy. I got a feeling that's for the change, though, because Dak know what it means. I believe we're getting ready to see that. I believe we're getting ready to see Dak start running, because that's going to be another weapon that we're going to need if we're really talking about advancing and winning. He should become a threat inside the 20-yard line himself. He know how to slide. Hello. He know how to slide. He know how to dive. He just don't need to get folded up and get his leg caught underneath and all that. But his leg is fine. He's good. I'm just saying he needs to be a threat. I believe that is going to happen. I think it is. Okay. These next 3 weeks, I hope we 24 now. We need to, we ain't gonna jump up to number 1. When we're 24th and somebody's saying, well, look, if Moore's offense overall is in the top 3, but we're 24th in the red zone scoring, how is it that he's number 3? Well, it's simple. We have the type of talent that can take a 10-yard pass and can turn it into a 70-yard touchdown. How many times y'all seen Cooper break tackles on the slant and keep moving? Lamb crazy after the catch. Gallup catches a bomb and runs it out. That's what I'm saying. We do a lot of our big plays outside the 20. Schultz is a threat on from wherever. He did score in the red zone last week, a big touchdown there, put 21 points on the board. Guess what? He's a problem in the red zone. We should be using him. If you're gonna pass it nonstop, quit looking for Gallup and all. They doubling all them guys. Come on now. It's amazing to me. Our offensive line shouldn't be backing up on every play. We should be hitting guys, laying on them, wearing them out because of your run game. Your offensive line ain't wearing nobody out if they bagging up on pass protection every play. That's not. Okay. That's a problem, y'all. We'll put it up there again. This is a problem. Y'all see that? Look at the comment Joe made. That's a problem. That's a big problem. You're not winning Super Bowl. You're not winning Super Bowls with that. You're not. You're not even getting to a Super Bowl, actually, with that. Matter of fact, you're not getting out the first round with that. You're not. You're not getting out the first round. Not with that. Not that red zone efficiency. You're not getting out the first round with that. You're not. And so things need to turn around rather quickly. And we got the kind of offense that can turn it around. Now, here's the thing. It should have been more, but here it is again. Cowboys scored twice in the red zone last week. I think they went 2 for 6, or was it 2 for 5? So we did score. It's just that we need way more than that. You can't go 2 for 5 against Aaron Rodgers and Brady. You're not beating them like that. And because you're not scoring the way you are, that puts the pressure on the defense to almost play perfect. Now y'all know it's coming, right? As great as the defense has been playing, you know that they're not going to be dominant like they are right now coming up. Better offenses mean better offenses. Okay? Yeah, I hope they are dominant like that, but chances are they're not going to be what you're seeing right now on defense. They're gonna have some problems. I hope the offense is right, because if the defense, the way it's been going, the defense have had to play lights out the last few weeks in order for us to win. Because the offense ain't done nothing. What happens when your defense isn't playing lights out, though? And if your offense is playing like what we playing like now, we're gonna have we all this celebration and all that kind of stuff. And we ain't gonna be too happy in a few more weeks. Now I'm a Cowboy fan, y'all know that. I'm just calling it like it is. They got to fix this rather quickly, and we got the players that can do it. It's just a philosophy change that need to happen. What happened to running play action inside the 20? You see what I'm saying? If you line up on two tight ends, how come you got, if you don't pass it, what happened to them respecting the run? What about a little fake there? Get a nice little chunk up the seam. Tight end's gonna be incredible. Exactly, Joe. That's been my philosophy the whole time. I've been saying it for years. And see, when you start looking at the real stats, the stats don't lie. Inside the red zone, we are one of the worst teams in the league, which is why I have always said Kellen Moore is the worst red zone play caller in the NFL. That's what I've always said. And when you add up the talent that he has, the weapons that he has, there is no reason why this offense should be where they are in red zone efficiency. There's nowhere in the world this team should be 24th in the league. That's at the bottom of the league. Not with this talent. No. So that means you don't know how to drive the car. That's what I'm saying about Kellen Moore. You got the weapon. It's almost like having a Ferrari, but you ain't got no engine in it. You don't know how to drive it. You don't know how to drive the car. Because if you did, we wouldn't be where we are in red zone. I'm convinced of that. I don't know what the philosophy is. You run the ball between the 20 and the other 20. You run it. Then you get to the red zone and you want to line up a shotgun. That's what Scott Linehan used to do. That's why we were begging for Scott Linehan to be gone. Because he didn't know what to do. I don't understand it. I don't. And I hope that Kellen Moore, hey, you know, I don't know what it's gonna take. I don't know if somebody got to get in his ear. I don't know if it's McCarthy, who I don't think has no power over him anyway. I don't know if it's Jerry need to say something since he's the author and the alpha and the omega of the Cowboy organization. Maybe he needs to say something like, run the football when we get in the 20. Try it. But this shotgun spread them out. You know, if it was working, I guess we couldn't really say nothing. But the stats say that when it comes to the red zone, we are 24th in the league. That's the bottom in red zone efficiency. You will not win a Super Bowl with that type of stat. You will not. And to me, that is the major thing that has to be addressed that's left. The defense has been addressed. The defense is playing lights out. The offense is steady. I'm glad to see Connor Williams back in the lineup. We ran the ball better when he got in. Tyron Smith, let him sit out until he's ready. If that means that to the end of the year, so be it. Don't put him back out there until he is ready. When he comes back, we become even more better in the run game. When he comes back, don't put him back out there though. We did just fine Sunday with Nishki and Terrence Steele sharing time at the left tackle position. Connor Williams back there, McGovern coming out the fullback. Let's just roll with that. That's my thought. So we're steady on that. It's the red zone because the Cowboys always gonna move the football. I mean, we know that. You got to cash in. You got to cash in. It's just as simple. So Washington, all y'all little Washington fans is watching me now or watching this replay, please understand. If you're listening to me on Podbean, if you're a Washington fan, please understand this. You guys are in trouble Sunday night. We owe y'all. So it ain't no lackadaisical attitude coming. This defense is looking for they hunting right now. They don't know nothing about relaxing. Y'all in trouble. Wrong place at the wrong time. Plus, we're trying to send a message. We got something to play for. Even though I don't believe that we're gonna get number 1 seed, it's right there in front of us. All Green Bay got to do is slip. So we're trying to get it. You know, we're right there. We're just one game behind. We're right there. So it'd be nice if we, in some kind of way, we did slip and get it. It would be great. I don't think it's gonna happen. I think that the road to the Super Bowl is gonna go through Green Bay. I think that is what it's gonna be. But please understand, if some kind of way we can get home field, I would be super excited because the truth of the matter is that bye week is something that we need. We need it. We really need it. I will take it quickly. We need that bye week. So I hope there's some kind of way we can get it. All right, that's it, man. I appreciate you guys. This is a strange time for me doing the podcast. You know, if you've been with me, you usually know that I do it at least 7 o'clock on Tuesdays. I just tried it here to see what will happen. I see some of the guys that usually hang with me do it. Hey, Coach Breedlove is in the house. What's up, man? Joe says, I don't know if I want our offense getting that extra week off. I'd rather just keep playing. I'm looking at it from an injury standpoint, Joe. For instance, if let's just say Tyron Smith does not play for the rest of the year, well, that extra week will help even better because you know he's gonna line up that first game. So I'm just going from injury wise. It will help Ezekiel Elliott out tremendously. Exactly. Hey, Coach. Coach said he's going to Florida for Christmas. Oh man. All right. You're going to get some good weather then. No doubt about it. In Florida. Florida is one of those places where it makes no difference what year it is. It's nice. You know. I would love to have the home field just for giving some guys that definitely need it. Quiet as kept Tony Pollard, who's, you know, really a ticking time bomb with his foot. You know, the problem was with it that it did not tear completely. So, you know, he's a ticking time bomb. Hopefully his foot can hold up, you know, throughout the playoff run these next few weeks, hopefully, because Lord knows we need him. We definitely need him. So if we can get any type of rest, I'll take it. All right. Appreciate you guys hanging with me. We'll see you on Saturday. Saturday. Be turning in. Let me see. Coach Breedlove. Coach says Cowboys need to run a trap game inside the 20 with Connor and the center. I agree, Coach, but First of all, we need to commit to running. You know what I'm saying? Kellen Moore want to be in shotgun the whole time. You know. You can run it from the shotgun. You run that play with coaches talking about now from the shotgun. You can do that. Actually, you'd be even better if Dak would, if it's like a read option type thing. You can actually do that with Dak even pulling out and running. That's a lot to think about. Exactly. I like that, coach. I like that. But first, we got to be committed to the running. Like I said, I don't know when you join in, but when we get inside the 20, it's straight up shotgun. I don't get it. I just don't get it. All right. Thank you guys for hanging with me. I'm out of here. I'll see you guys on this Saturday. Appreciate all of you. Merry Christmas. I'm sorry. Christmas is Saturday. I ain't coming to y'all Saturday. My wife would kill me. I just thought about that. I can't come to y'all on Saturday. So I might do something. I might come on Thursday. I don't want to come on Christmas Eve either. Yeah. I might do something Thursday, y'all. How about that? Let's do something Thursday. I don't know the time yet because it's just coming into my head. I totally forgot that Christmas is on Saturday. Wow. Okay. I'll see you guys Thursday probably. All right. Merry Christmas to everybody. I know some of you doing last minute shopping. Don't get caught up in all that traffic because it's out here. All right. Appreciate you guys. We'll see you this Thursday. For the one and only. Y'all know what it is. Put your hands together, y'all. This is, the big time show.